So it's election season.
Yes, the 2024 election season is in full swing.
Right. And of course, we know it's important to vote. Now, there are people who vote for different reasons based on the generation.
Right. There are definitely different groups of people out here who have different wants, needs, and they're looking for candidates to address those.
Right. So we're going to take a look at some of the things, terms that we've heard during this election cycle, just some of the things that we find important about democracy and voting. I'm Donna,
And I'm Will.
and this is Journey with Donna and Will. So anytime, we vote, different people have different interests. So if we were to break it down by generations, we're part of the boomer generation. And what's important to us is
Like retirement, Social Security, that type of thing.
healthcare, climate.
Climate change.
Yeah.
Think about the future for our children and grandchildren. So climate definitely important.
And prescriptions, when you get older, you need medicine and things like that. So that's part of healthcare. So as far as the millennials, they're interested in
Some of the same things we're interested in, like healthcare,
food
food
prices.
prices,
And all of us are interested in
safety
food prices.
of your community,
Yeah.
employment,
And like Gen Z is interested in tuition.
similar thing. Yeah, college tuition. They're trying to get their career started.
Climate change is a big thing for them. First time home buyers, that's between Gen Z, millennials, and things like that. Even, not that we're billionaires or know any billionaires, some people are interested in tax cuts and things like that. But none of that, in my opinion, really matters if we don't have a democracy.
True that.
So, all these things that we're interested in will change if we don't have a democracy. So, there's some terms that have been thrown around, during this campaign season.
Fascism or autocracy or dictatorship, kind of all
Right.
related terms.
So, those three
Potential.
kind of all go together.
Right. They
Yeah.
possess absolute power, and they just make all the decisions, and the people have very little say in whatever is
Happens.
decided.
Another term that I've heard is manhood.
I've heard a little bit of. I mean, manhood is a good thing as far as I'm concerned, but as far as how it's being used in the context of politics, I'm not quite sure. But manhood comes with certain responsibilities as you grow up. As far as like if you're talking family, you have a responsibility to provide and protect your family. So that's manhood. Some of manhood. There's a lot more to it than that.
But yeah, I mean, it's maturity. I mean, to me, manhood, I kind of go back to the Bible and it says, once you put away childish things, you become a man.
According to Psychology Today, signs of emotional childishness include emotional escalations, blaming, lies, name calling, poor impulse control, need to be the center of attention, or engage in bullying.
The other very important term is democracy. All those things we want from our government is we have the freedom to want and expect those things because we live in a democracy. And a democracy is a system of government in which power is invested in the people. So that's the country that we live in now.
Yeah, and we want to maintain our democracy, retain our right to have a voice, and our voice collectively, as the people of this country, is our vote.
Things that I find people don't understand the difference between government and private industry and what their goals are. Private industry is trying to make a profit. You are obligated to the owners, and their goal in general mainly is to make a profit. Government, on the other hand, has a different goal.
Yeah, the government goes to basically achieve the mission of the people in terms of education, healthcare, the infrastructure. We're protected from foreign and domestic enemies. So government has a big role to play, but it's an important aspect of our lives. So there's certain things that only government can do and should do. The government's not in it to make a profit. They're in it to serve the people.
One of the things that I always am concerned about, our government and how we choose presidents is the requirement of it. You would think there would be some knowledge of what the Constitution is, like a test that how the government is supposed to run, the three bodies of the government and things like that. But I've seen in previous debates and stuff, a couple of people don't understand, how the government works or how it runs, and it's just surprising that anyone can run and you don't need to know some of the basics about
Yeah, you would think there would
the
be
purpose of government.
some basic requirement to understand civics.
And basically, it's been a uphill battle to get to this U.S. democracy, how it looks today. And of course, there's improvements, like we were talking about, that you can have. But, to begin with, it was what? The Declaration of Independence. We started there.
And then we had the slave trade and ultimately the abolishment of slavery.
Right. Different people coming in. The Statue of Liberty represents freedoms.
The American dream,
Right. So yeah. So we are a nation of immigrants, right? We have policies for economic growth, that has been part of this democracy. We also have climate change policies that we have. So this democracy, was an uphill battle to accomplish, and there's still more to accomplish. We don't want to lose all the accomplishments and all the policies that we have, for all that the people before have worked for.
Yeah, the freedoms that we have, I mean, as they say, freedom isn't free. So there's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears behind where we are today. So we want to honor that by continuing to challenge things that need to be corrected. Yeah, we need to vote for not only for presidents and national elections, also local. You got your Congress you're voting for as well. You got the Senate and you got your House of Representatives. So they all kind of work together to put policies. It's not just the president. You can have a president, but if they don't have the numbers in the House and in the Senate, they won't be able to pass the agenda that they ran on. So it's very important. And not only that, at the federal level, but also at your local level. You're voting for judges, and there's also school board and even more local delegates and so forth. So these people really have an impact on the quality of your life in your community. So
Right.
definitely encourage you to exercise your vote.
All right. And if you can vote early, that's even better. Vote. Your vote is your voice. Understand what democracy is. Understand voting for the people. But it's extremely important to vote.
Absolutely.
I'm Donna.
And I'm Will.
And this was Journey with Donna and Will. Please subscribe, like, and share. And we'll talk to you next time.